Hi, Sean.
Hi, Mom.
So tell me how you're feeling. What's been going on for the last 2 weeks?
You're okay. I mean, nothing's really happening. It's just kind of like trying not to get too bored at home. And we've been having classes, but like they're pretty much a joke. So.
你讲话太轻了，听不见的。So what is your typical routine every day?
I mean, I don't really have one. I kind of just get up sometime in the afternoon, and then maybe have a couple classes, and then try to practice and talk to my friends if I can. I don't know. Time seems kind of relative right now.
So how do you coping with it? Do you feel anything? Frustrated? Do you feel lonely? Do you feel isolated? Tell me a little bit. 讲话讲响一点。
In some ways, I feel kind of lucky because I always was able to play video games before, and sort of they've become a way for me to still keep in touch with a lot of my friends, because although we can't see each other in person, like we can, hang out online or whatever, but I do really miss like being able to interact with my friends and go out and stuff, which kind of sucks, but it's been hard trying to find motivation to do things. Like I'm just sitting at home and there's, other than cooking and eating and maybe playing games, that's like what else is there to do during the day? I don't know. I guess I should go out more, but yeah.
You're not supposed to go out.
Yeah, which is the tricky thing.
Yeah. We're supposed to be home and not to see people, not to spread the virus or get the virus, right? So how many courses you're taking from your Juilliard on a weekly basis?
I only have like 5 classes. Yeah, including my lesson.
So what are the classes?
I have like theory, music theory, and then music history, piano, like keyboard skills, and then my lesson classes and 1 liberal arts class.
So do you find the online learning helps, or online learning is difficult to grasp? How do you feel?
It's hard. I know my professors are trying, but it's hard to sit there and pretend like online courses are worth the amount of money that I'm paying for them, or that my parents are paying for them. Because for things like theory, honestly, that's okay. Like I think that's pretty comparable in the experience, because it's just like that kind of easily translates. And music history, I mean, the teacher basically just read from the slides in class anyway, so it's like same thing, but for orchestra and chamber, that doesn't exist. And for lessons, it's really hard to get a lot done, just because the sound is hard to listen to, and my teacher can't like manipulate stuff. I mean, the classes work, it's just, it's hard to be motivated to do well. Yeah.
Sorry. So beautiful. Look at them. Beautiful. So what do you know about this crisis right now. Like from your point of view, like, do you think it's gonna get worse, or do you think people are doing their jobs to protect themselves? What do you feel like in this whole environment? Are you like scared?
Well, I definitely think it's gonna get worse. I don't see how it could get better in the near future. But I don't think there's any point in being panicked or really afraid of it. I mean, there's people kind of just need to follow the guidelines, you know? Just try not to go out so much and keep away from people as much as you can. I worry about you and Dad and Dion because you're the people at risk. So, I mean, there's actually a chance I could get sick too, quite sick, but that's less likely than you know, any of you getting seriously ill, which is something I worry about. And it's just kind of, I try to keep up with the news, and I've been trying to do that for the past year, but I feel like I just get stupider watching the news right now. And it's kind of disheartening. Like, I don't really want to, like, I'm looking forward to not being in America at some point in the future, which is all I can say right now.
So do you keep contact with your friends almost every day? Like,
Yeah.
how do you communicate?
Mostly over text, in a bunch of group chats, and we talk over those things. My best friend Alex, we call pretty much every day for various reasons, and I keep in just pretty close texting contact with some other friends, and I also have like Minecraft, so I have like a server that my Juilliard friends and I play on, so we can hang out there and like interact together or whatever online, which is nice. And sometimes we'll have like Zoom parties, which is fun, like last night. It's okay. Yeah, it's not great. It's okay.
What do you miss the most? 3 things.
I think I miss living with, or living close to the people that I could talk to or hang out with, like being in the dorms, because it was always so convenient. And I don't think I'll be living in the dorms next year, so it was kind of a little bit of a shocking way to end the whole dorm experience. And I definitely miss playing chamber music with people, because there's no real way to do that over Skype or Zoom. And I miss having a little bit more motivation or things to look forward to in the future, because I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter, but like, there's no summer programs, but there probably won't be any summer programs this year, and still up in the air as to whether or not we even have a fall semester start on time, you know. And even after everything is over, you know, it's not just like everything's gonna go back to normal or be perfectly fine, you know. And being in the music business, I guess, which is what I am now, I think it's gonna be even harder, you know, to make a living. So having goals is something that I'm kind of struggling with right now, like just short term and long term. But it's not terrible.
Do you think not exercising physically it's impacting you, or like what kind of exercise do you do normally outside the class, outside the classroom, outside school? Do you move much?
I mean, at school, honestly, I didn't really. I went to the gym maybe like once or twice a week, but it wasn't like I was doing a huge amount of exercise there as well. At home, I've been trying to just do stuff in my room, like I have a couple weights, and I'm just doing things like push-ups and sit-ups and stuff every day. I'd like to be able to bike, but I don't know if that's a particularly smart idea right now. I should probably exercise more, but I think getting up in the afternoon is chopping my day up, so I need to get up earlier.
And you used to do a lot of electronic skate, right?
Yeah, but that's not really exercise.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to balance and be aware of things, but I mean, you're not like kicking. It's a motor doing it, so it's definitely fun, but I wouldn't say that would be exercise.
Can you name anything good out of this whole isolation period?
I don't know if I'd say it's good, but I think this is kind of a wake-up call as to how sort of screwed up a lot of things are in our country. Like healthcare, or just the amount of hours people have to work, or see even the availability of jobs, good jobs. Because while everything was going great, you could make the argument that regardless of everything else that's going on, the economy's doing fine, yada yada, but everything's just so fragile. And if you don't invest in things for a rainy day, and that rainy day comes, then you're kind of screwed. And that's kind of what's happening right now. Like, we're lucky that we can sort of continue on as normal. But for people who live paycheck to paycheck, these are real problems, and it's not like there's a lot of things being done to help those kinds of people. Yeah. So hopefully this is kind of a wake-up call.
Great. Anything you want to add on?
No.
Anything I did not ask?
How are you doing?
I'm okay. The good thing kind of this is your home. I get to see you more often.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.